Not the best welder in the world, but I'm just a beginner and I'm just learning. This is my first year welding, so I'm still just basically brand new, just a student, just learning, but considering that I'm a beginner, I'm actually pretty good. I'm actually pretty good for a beginner. With the level that I'm on right now with welding, when I graduate from welding school, I could easily land a basic welding helper job. Like I can easily become a welding helper. I can easily get an entry-level basic job with the level that I'm on right now. If I keep on practicing for another year or two, then is easily my skills will improve. But for a beginner, I'm pretty good. Not only according to my instructor at school, but also according to artificial intelligence, I'm pretty good for a beginner. I got a 7 out of 10 on my welding test. This was my welding test. I got a 7 out of 10. Pretty good. Pretty good. Technically speaking, I got a 6 out of 10. Well, no, I got a 6 out of 9 on the actual weld. But one category on my welding test is, one of the categories is you have to, here's how it goes, right? This is how we get graded on our welding test from the instructor of my class. So we take a test every Friday, and then we come back on Monday and we get the test graded on either Monday, sometimes on Tuesdays. So on Friday, we come into class. On Friday, we come into class. The instructor passes out our test paper. We have 10 options, or we have 10 check marks on the sheet of paper. We put our name on the paper, put our date on the paper, so on and so forth. What we do is we get our welding plate ready. We bring it to the instructor, and what he does is he'll pull us to the side with our plate. He'll take a look at our plate, make sure the plate is good to go so we can start our weld. And he asks each student a question, and we have to answer the question. If we answer the question correctly, we get 1 point. If you don't get the answer correct, then you get 0. Okay? So that's just answering a question. So I'm not even counting that. If we're just counting just the weld, the points on the actual weld itself, minus the question, that's just an extra point by getting an answer correct. So that's just an extra point. But on the weld itself, there's nine check marks, and I got 6 of them correct, and I got 3 of them wrong. And then of course I got the extra point from getting one of my questions answered correctly, which gave me a 7 out of 10. But if we're going off just the weld alone, I got a 6 out of 9, which is still very, very good. That's still passing. 6 out of 9, that's still passing. 7 out of 10, passing. It's really the same thing when you do basic, when you round it up, basic math. A 6 out of 9 and a 7 out of 10 is basically the same thing. Basically the same thing. So I passed, and for a beginner, I'm a pretty good welder, and I actually think I got an extra 5 points today. Yeah, I ain't gonna say his name, but the instructor, he gave me and he gave, I believe, 2 other students an extra 5 points because I think we stepped up to do something that he wanted us to do, and some people just didn't want to do it because they're scary, coward. And I was willing to do it whether I got it wrong or not. You know what I'm saying? I was still willing to give it a try. And he gave us the extra 5 points. Gave us the extra 5 points, you heard me? So I think I failed one of my tests a couple weeks ago, so those extra 5 points I think will go towards that failing grade that I had. So, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know, all my haters, all my trolls, all my critics, all my doubters, they're in for a rude awakening, man. I'm learning a new skill right now. You know, I had one troll in particular, used to be all up on my platform telling me, oh, don't no woman want to be with you because you don't have anything to offer and you don't have any skill sets and you don't have anything to bring to the table. You have nothing to bring to a woman, so why would a woman want to be with you? Well, I'm learning new skills. I'm learning a few different skills. And I'm taking my time. No need to rush. No need to rush. I basically know how to weld now. Obviously, I'm not a great welder. I'm not a professional. I'm not an expert or anything. But I've basically learned the basics. I'm learning the basics. And that's what matters right now. Okay, I got the basics down. Cool. There's a couple of other skills that I'm in the process of learning. I'm learning how to speak Spanish. I've been slacking for the past couple weeks though, and I'm about to get back on it. So I'm learning how to speak a foreign language. I'm learning how to weld, and there's a couple of other things that I'm in the process of getting ready to learn. So there's a few different skills I'm learning. I don't want to put all my energy into multiple things at once. I'd rather put majority of my focus into just one skill at a time, so that way I could put all my focus into this one skill, then move on to the next, then move on to the next, and just knock them down like that. But I don't want to be all over the place and have my mind scrambling, you know what I'm saying, trying to focus on all of these different avenues all at once, because it's not going to work well that way. It's better if I just put my focus into one thing at a time. Try to perfect one craft at a time and then move on to the next. So basically I know how to weld now. Not a great welder. I still got a lot more learning to do, but I know the basics. So I'm a welder now. And shout out to my haters. Shout out to my trolls. Shout out to my critics. Y'all are the ultimate motivation.